All right, everybody. It's another episode of Reserve Man. You are here in your boy's spreadsheet because Jay is not here. But anyway, what's up, GP?
Man, what's happening?
Shag Ruffin.
What's good?
As I said, the spreadsheet in the building. Man, we got a crazy episode today. We're talking about everybody acting up for Black History Month.
Man,
all people and white folks. So we're going to talk about Jussie Smollett or...
Nobody care. He lying.
Okay,
Jussie,
yeah.
right.
R. Kelly. We got to talk about a congressman who had a racist book about black people in his office. And we're going to talk about a school in Virginia that had kids playing runaway slaves.
Runaway
and
slaves.
we're
Little
gonna
white kids chasing the black kids, just catching them.
And we're going to do it all right after this.
You know your credit score, man. I'm not proud of you on the Starbucks. That's solid quality time. Right. Why is Steve Harvey still writing books when it's Wait a minute. So if I want you, I ain't say you to Waffle House at 4 a.m. Cause you bullshit. Hey, look, I care about you. We going to Waffle House.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Your boy Stan checking in. Jay is not here. First things first, we want to wish our brother a speedy recovery. Hope he gets back very, very soon.
We're going to pray for him and for Stan moderating.
Right. So I won't be doing this too often, but just to carry the episode forward today, I'll be taking care of it. But most of our episode today is really about people acting up for Black History Month. Like everybody acting up. You got your boy Jussie acting up.
This
Kelly
month-
acting up.
We're going to take one from Witness page, and except for, don't say crack, but this month, black is whack.
Well, it ain't. But the thing is, it ain't just black people. It's white folks wilding out.
White people cutting up with the history.
And, we're going to get to all these different subjects. But like, then you got the senator or the representative who had the racist book in his office, the congressman.
Man, Trump throwing up the fist.
Trump throwing up the black fist. It's all kind of stuff going on. But
Jussie.
yeah, let's start there.
Jussie.
Wait, time out. Let's start there. Our boy Jussie Smollett. Am I saying his name right?
Smollett.
Is it?
Smollett.
I thought it was Smollett.
Because at first I thought it was Jesse, but it's Jussie.
It's Jussie. Smollett.
Okay, you
Smollett.
I'll let you
How
say
you
it.
say it?
Smollett, yeah, something like that.
On a Breakfast Club, they call him the Lion King. So that's what I'm gonna refer to him as on the podcast. But overall, man, I know when I'll just get my thoughts on it. When I first heard the story, and I read through it, I was like, man, this is crazy. But I ain't gonna even lie, I got skeptical from the jump.
You did. I remember that text.
Only when they showed the picture of him at the hospital. Because when I read the article, first,
It made
of
it
course.
seem like he got...
So they said he got attacked, at 2 a.m. and I was like, well, why? Who? You just walking in a like a frozen tundra at 2 a.m. in Chicago trying to get some food? Okay, but then you got attacked, and apparently you got beat down by two guys. They threw a noose over your neck. They doused you in some chemical. Y'all were literally fighting. But then they showed his picture. This dude had like one little bitty scratch on his face, and I was like, nah. Something, I didn't want to say he was just outright lying at that point, but I was like, something ain't right up with that.
I remember the conversation we had at first because the thing that, when it came out, they said that he wasn't trying to help with the cell phone records or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because I was like, well, what if he was on FaceTime? What if he was doing FaceTime audio or something like that?
Right.
That wouldn't come up on the records, and you was just like, nah, bro.
No, it wasn't
that
that he wouldn't give up the records. Then when he gave them up, he redacted everything.
Right.
Yeah. Talking about he was trying to protect everybody else who he was talking to.
Yeah, but I was just thinking like, man, like why? Like why go through all this? Why lie? Now I understood when he started lying, I guess
you gotta keep the lie going.
You gotta keep the hope alive.
You can't stop. Like you can't all of a sudden be like, yeah, man, I was tripping, man. Y'all forgive me. You just gotta keep it going and roll with it to the end. But
and now you going to jail.
Well, I don't think he's gonna go to jail.
You don't think so?
I think they might try.
They might make an example out of him, right?
But because you can get 3 years max. They're trying to hit him with the little felony charge, but
the thing is, well, yeah, he was dumb. He wrote a check, so
yeah.
Like Charles Barkley said, you can't commit no crimes and write a check for it.
At all.
Even if he would have took money out the ATM, man, forensic accountant is a
Yeah,
fool.
I saw that, Trey. So apparently they had a check that was rolled out. He said it was for training, but I think they've proven that it clearly wasn't for training. And yeah, it's just too many things that add up, man. I just really am wondering why. But I really saw, lately I saw a video from Faison Love, where he was basically saying that the black community shouldn't just throw away Jesse, that we should still support him and love him, and take him back with open arms.
But yeah, all right.
And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of felt it. I was like, yeah, we should just give up on our brother like that. He messed up. He did something stupid. We all do stupid stuff. But guess who I thought of? I thought of Kanye, and I was like, nah, I ain't taking Kanye back.
No, you can't take Kanye back.
It's a done deal. So if I ain't taking Kanye, I can't take Jesse.
All right, but here's my thing on this. We would be absolutely heated if it was the other way around. If it was a white man say, I got attacked by some racist black guys. Mm-hmm.
Charlamagne was saying the same thing.
And he faked, and it turned out to be fake, and he just wanted, somebody to attack somebody in the black straight community. If it was a white gay person that said that, and it was a black straight guy that did this.
Right.
So you attacked two.
Well,
you attacked two different groups. You attacked blacks and you attacked gays. If it was somebody white, we would be asking for the same thing.
That's true. So you got to. I think you got to be fair in both instances.
honestly, man, I'm not. I don't feel like I'm about to completely throw away Jesse. Like, man, we pull his black card or whatever the case may be. But I mean, I'm not gonna be hurt if he go to jail either.
Nobody's saying that.
He clearly.
Now trade this as, is he really that important? He's really not. But
he's really not.
And that's why he concocted it in the first place. He did that because he wasn't happy with his pay or something, they said.
But he getting $65,000 an episode.
Did you see the surveillance video of the two dudes just in the store buying the rope and buying the ski mask and everything like that? Like,
I didn't see none of that.
This couldn't have been more botched. Like, it was. It was a terrible idea.
He probably paid with a credit card too.
No, he wrote with a check.
I'm talking about they paid for the rope with a credit card.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Well, they on the video just standing in line buying all the materials.
They didn't think they was gonna get caught because he
don't
went too
think
far with the lies. But no, the thing that got him caught up was
everything.
The stupid,
Everything.
The stupid cursing on Good Morning America. Yo, Empire.
No, man. Bro. He was calling himself the gay Tupac. He was on the show crying.
He was wild.
In the
Well,
interview.
no, that's what I'm talking about. He said, so I punched his ass. Nah, that's not how it go down when somebody in a fight. They don't remember every monetary detail like that.
Yeah. So let me ask y'all this. And we can leave this subject alone because I think people have worn it out for the last week or so. Do y'all think that this will have an impact on people believing other people's cases or allegations that come out?
I think it'll have people believe in black people's cases.
You mean not believing? You mean not believing their cases?
Oh, yeah, because...
You said believing.
Not believing.
Okay, not believing.
Not believing. We're already so undervalued when it comes to our word and our struggles and what's important. And people gloss over our civil rights all the time. Look how they did Colin Kaepernick just for civil rights.
Right.
For when you go make false claims against other demographics like that, big demographics, then you gave Donald Trump the firepower to come back and say something that justifies how MAGA people really feel.
Right.
Because he falsely accused them and he orchestrated a paid campaign against them that was proven. Donald Trump really got to say fake news. He really got. This is the first time he's been able to say fake news and it's been true.
Well,
that's what I'm upset about.
I feel where you coming from. I agree with that. I agree with the fact that it is the first time you get to say fake news, and I do agree with that. The fact that we're undervalued.
A butt is coming.
But it is coming. I feel like I don't think it's going to discredit anybody making any claims because he was so ridiculous to where he's like his own special case. Like, I don't think people looking at him like, man, this is what people in the black community do. I think he's just that ridiculous. Like, man, this old ignorant.
I'm gonna need you to hold that thought. Hold that thought. Go on Facebook and look at Jussie Smollett's page and look at how many white people going in on him. Look how many Trump followers and just generally white people.
Well,
and
is that
I'm
people
not-
that already
all the
felt
white
like
America
that?
that's going
I'm not
in
gonna,
on
but I'm
him.
not going to even say it.
I think
'cause
that's
it's-
people that's already felt like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say. Well, I'm not gonna use Shag's reason. I think that it will have an impact on people believing certain allegations because, sometimes a woman or somebody might come forward with the allegation, and all the facts don't necessarily align. Like you can't connect the dots.
If her story sounded a little
It'll
bit
fish
funny,
it. You'd be like, whatever.
another Jussie.
And I think that people, especially if it's a black woman or somebody from, the LGBT, is a Q,
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ. You don't know what we're talking about.
Right.
But anyway, if somebody comes forward with an allegation, somebody might not believe them, or people might not believe them because everything doesn't align perfectly. He had holes in his story, but if a few things were patched up, he probably could have got away with
But
it.
yeah, nothing aligned. Like I think he's just so ridiculous to where he's just his own case to me. Like if maybe
Well, it wasn't so ridiculous. The only reason it got ridiculous is because stuff started like redacting all your stuff. You not wanting to cooperate with the police. That's when it got ridiculous. If he would have cooperated more, or if they would have planned it out better with their messages and stuff,
Yeah, maybe.
then it wouldn't have been. They were just
Don't
kind
get
of
me wrong,
careless.
I'm not saying you can just totally discount everybody's accusations coming forward for something, but that totally hurts a struggle that's already a struggle. Like people, you're already fighting.
Right.
You cannot say that it doesn't hurt your community. Both communities, the gay community and the black community.
Right.
For something that ridiculous to happen.
Right.
he
It
had
hurts
the nerve to
regardless of
set
how you
himself
feel.
a threat a week before.
Look, he didn't really plan this out all that well. I think that's the conclusion that we can all come to. They didn't plan this out. Even if I was the Nigerian dudes, I'd have been like, man, this ain't adding up. Like,
So what do you
then
think is-
I'm only getting $4,000 and you making $65 per check? Nah, you got to pay me more.
So what do you think his purpose was? You think his purpose was to make himself more relevant, or you think it was trying to
Yeah.
go against Trump?
Oh, I don't think it had nothing to do with Trump. I think Trump was just a scapegoat.
I
The
think
whole
he was trying
MAGA
to
stuff
get,
was a scapegoat.
He was trying to get a bigger role at Empire or something, it seems like, because he had just gotten a fight with them about money. I think he was trying to get more money
But
with
he
them.
ain't important.
Do people still watch Empire? I stopped watching that.
I stopped watching a long time ago. He made $65,000 a check.
I take that.
I take that. But I guess when you're looking at other people who are on shows like the black guy on This Is Us, I think he get like $250 a check.
Yeah, but This Is Us appealed to a much
But-
wider audience than
Whoa,
Empire.
Well, Empire it gets some people. White folks love Empire too.
But I don't know about that.
This Is
Nah,
Us is
bro.
big.
You'll
But
be
we gonna go-
surprised.
but-
But yeah, not more than This Is Us though. You right.
But even further digging, I think it might just be in his character to lie about stupid
Further
stuff.
what?
Further digging.
Further digging. You know what I'm saying? I said digging even further. You know,
All right, keep going.
because they dug up and found out that he had been
Yeah.
stopped before,
Right.
DUI.
Yeah,
Then he
he put
lied
on
and
his
gave the
brother, huh?
police his brother name.
Damn, that's foul.
What if his brother driving and get pulled over and you just got a DUI you don't know about?
Dog, this
You just
dude-
threw your brother
This
under the
dude
bus.
career, man. You remember that little sitcom they had, like way back in the 90s with him and all his brothers and sisters?
Wait, what?
They was on like a little sitcom, like him and his brothers and sisters.
I don't
There's like
know,
a whole
Justin.
family of them. Yeah.
I don't know what you talking
Cause
about.
I'm telling you, man, we gonna look this up.
No, you gonna look
You
it
gonna
up.
look it up 'cause you brought it up and don't know what you talking about.
No, I know it. You know,
Okay.
if I know anything, I know sitcoms.
Hey, when we catch a break, GP gonna look it up, but we gonna just move on right into our next topic. We gotta talk about not our boy R. Kelly. We gonna say just R. Kelly.
I better say,
Yeah.
keep that.
Look,
Ah, boy.
I had to stop.
Right.
Not our boy R. Kelly, but just R. Kelly, Robert. Man, I think we can say that we all knew this was coming.
Hold on, brother. Before we go on,
Oh Lord.
I definitely found
I
this
coulda
on our
I
own.
coulda swore I just said we
You
gonna do it
just
on
can't
break.
let stuff go.
But okay, go ahead, GP.
So
Go
they had a
ahead.
sitcom in 1994. It didn't last, but it was him and all his brothers. It was called, and his sisters. It was called On Our Own.
In 1994.
1994.
Ain't he a young dude?
They was kids. He
Those-
had older brothers and sisters that acted too. Matter of fact,
But I thought he was like younger than 30 or something.
I mean,
he would be alive, but I mean, like
he was a kid.
I can't believe you cared enough to actually
Like,
go pull that up.
His
bro.
little sister was on Full House too.
Tracy, maybe he lied about his age too.
He probably did lie about his age, but I'm
might
not
have.
crazy. I remember the sitcom.
But
Back to R. Kelly.
yeah, back to R. Kelly. So let's talk about R. Kelly, not our boy R. Kelly, just Robert. I think we can all say that we all knew this was coming. We didn't know exactly when it was coming, but we definitely knew it was coming. So what are y'all like just general thoughts on it? I have a few more questions, but I just want to get y'all general thoughts.
I'm amazed that it took 2019 for this to happen. Like I figured that this would like R. Kelly would have been in prison like 15 years ago.
I wonder did he run out of money to stop paying the person who had the tapes? Stop paying them off. He probably been paying them off for.
Well, you know he couldn't pay his bail.
I know he couldn't. That's what I'm saying. Did he just run out of money this year to stop paying whoever had the tapes? Because whoever had the tapes and gave them to the lawyer was somebody that worked for him.
Well, according to our homeboy, he was bankrolling off them shows in Baton Rouge.
I told him, we got a homie that said R. Kelly's money is super long and that, this is before he got arrested. This is before he couldn't make bail. And I'm like, dude, he not making $1 million a year doing those shows in Baton Rouge every spring.
I got
R. Kelly was in Baton Rouge every year.
He was. I got a question. Like when were the tapes like made? Because I saw they said VHS.
They said 99 and 2000.
Okay, because I saw they said VHS. I was wondering, was R. Kelly that broke to where he was still making tapes on VHS?
Well, Trey just said that R. Kelly's going price in Baton Rouge, or period. Any market for a one-off show is $65,000. So that's I guess that's what he fetches.
So him and Jesse got the same salary?
Well, Jesse getting that per show.
Per episode.
Oh yeah, so I mean Jesse might be making more. I don't know, but
Man, R. Kelly.
I mean, I think one of the videos was from like 98 and 99. It's like old videos. It's
It
nothing.
said 99. The newest ones.
It's like 2000.
That discovered that he's charging them with are 99 and 2000.
No, I think they got something. I think they're talking about an incident in 2009, but I don't know if they have actual video evidence of it. But it's apparently multiple videos, and I think it's the same young lady from the first trial, and then I think it's 3 more allegations, right? 3 more people, potential victims. Yeah, man. I don't have too many thoughts. I mean, I feel like I knew it was coming. I didn't think it would be this soon. But, I mean, the power of Me Too is undeniable. It's undeniable.
The power of a check. And I come up, not only that, but the lawyer sat on the tapes for 10 months. They built the case against him while the show was going on and all that. And the lawyer's like fairly confident that he's done. So,
but I think that documentary was kind of like the nail in the coffin, because that kind of ended any kind of financial stream or steady financial stream that he had, because everybody started muting him. People taking him off the radio, people taking him off the streaming services, so he wasn't making no bread. Then you throw him in jail, he can't even pay his bail.
Apple, he's still on Apple, though. I checked to see if Apple
He
cut him
is? Man, look him up on, he on Apple?
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
iTunes didn't cut him off yet. Apple
man.
said, nah.
Let's
Apple want that check, boy. He's still on.
R.
He's still
Kelly
on
artist,
iTunes.
Apple Music, yeah, boy. He
He's
got a
still
whole
on
other
iTunes,
section.
boy.
Oh wow.
What an updated picture. This ain't no old R. Kelly picture.
That is an updated picture.
iTunes say they want their check.
Damn.
First thing, Ignition, remix, Bump and Grind, yeah.
So let me-
Juicy Booty, I didn't even know you made that.
You could have left that one out.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
But so let me ask y'all this: do y'all think, even though we all agree that he's guilty,
And he needs to go to jail.
or he's guilty of at least the past crimes, everybody has.
If he's not guilty of raping somebody, he's guilty of being stupid and putting himself in the same situations with young ladies repeatedly after being accused of this.
So with that being said, do you think this has been a witch hunt? Even though we can agree that he probably deserves to go to jail, or he definitely does deserve to go to jail, but do you think this has been treated as almost like a witch hunt?
Well,
I wouldn't say that as much. I know some people may think it's a witch hunt, but I don't think it is as much as a prosecutor that's trying to convict somebody that's basically laughed in their face and did the same thing over and over. Like, That's
You know
like,
what it reminded me of?
That's like getting them.
What's that book that OJ wrote?
If I would have did it,
How
would have did it? Yeah, if I did, yeah.
That's
How
what
I would have done it.
that's what it kind of reminds me of. But I feel you.
So it's kind of like you seen shows where people get off for murder and it be the double jeopardy and they kind of laugh in
Right.
the prosecutor's face and say,
Right.
"Aha, you know I did it, but you couldn't prove it."
Yeah, this kind of
It's funny how the legal system. So it's kind of like he was taunting them in a way because right after the documentary aired, you went to the club and the VIP or the party with the ladies. You still have multiple young women around you to be able to still receive these allegations.
But after
You
the
kinda live off
documentary
of this.
came out, you had to know this was coming.
Right.
Like this was coming soon after that documentary because it went into detail.
Well, see, I didn't think it was gonna be that, bruh. It's a month and a half or 2 months.
Yeah,
Like,
it ain't wasting
that's
no time.
quick. Like I thought at least 6 months to a year. But see, when he messed up, he went to the club. The same night it came out.
Yeah.
And he had all them women around him. He was like, look, I don't care.
Yeah, Wildin' talking about wipe my tongue and all this other stuff. Yeah, he was
So
tripping.
I'm a little surprised, man. But
I don't think it would have went down the way it did if he was a little more laid back. If he was a little more ducked off, I don't think they would have came at him as
Well,
hard.
He
Because-
had to
but
make
for the
shows
for the
because
simple fact
he's not like it's not like he got a whole bunch of money.
No, I'm talking about the whole in Africa thing. Who wants to come back to America? Stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
he doing too much.
You-
I think he felt because he beat that
Invincible?
first trial. He kind of felt invincible, like nobody could touch him. That he was just that dude. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they finally caught up to him. So my last question on the whole R. Kelly piece is: do y'all think he's done? Do you think it's over for him?
Yes, it's over for him.
Any way that he beats his case?
No, because
So-
the thing about it, he's not. First of all, I like this Cat Williams quote. Nobody tell the same lie about you for 30 years. Like it's clearly he's been doing this. There's smoke to this fire, apparently. And the fact that he couldn't pay his bail to me says a lot. Like I feel like the only reason why he beat the case last time is because he was R. Kelly. He was this big, huge figure, and I don't feel like he got that same juice no more.
He beat the case last time because the girl wouldn't testify. I don't think
Well,
as somebody that's trying this case again, same city, same jurisdiction. I don't think you come back and you try somebody for something that they beat you on before. So we don't know all.
because
We don't know everything about the case or what they have
Yeah.
or who's going to testify, but I don't feel like they would go and press those charges knowing that they didn't have nobody to testify against him that could hurt them. And they know all about double jeopardy and all that, so
well, that's the thing. A lot of the stuff I heard is they were given videos, but it wasn't like the victims were coming forward with the information.
I don't
So that
think-
to me, that's two different things.
no, I don't.
I wish
we
Jay
don't-
would say he beat the
I'm
lawyer
saying-
on that episode.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying we don't know who read the discovery packet. We don't know what they have.
No, that's true, but no, they did say they have video evidence.
I know they said they have video evidence, but we don't have the witness list, so we don't know if the girl's testifying or saying that
That's
I'm the
true.
girl in the video. People just
Yeah,
speculate.
all I'm gonna say.
What I'm saying is, I don't think that these prosecutors would mess up again and try him for something when they don't have a victim to say that
Correct.
that's me. I don't
Correct.
think that they would do that again and risk the chance of being humiliated twice.
No, that's a fact.
That's a good point.
That's a great point.
That's a good point, but
Because if he gets off again, that's Chicago's just judicial
Credibility.
system is just a laughing stock.
Right.
Gotcha. Well, look, we're gonna stop right there, take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with more for y'all.
You know your credit score bad. I'm not trying to be on the top of the that's solid quality time. Why is Steve Harvey still writing books when it's all wait a minute. Like, if I want you, I ain't saying you to Waffle House at 4 a.m. I care about you. We going to Waffle House. And
All right, y'all, we back. We wrapping up the whole Jussie Smollett and R. Kelly cases.
We off these lies.
Yeah, we off that. So that's our people acting a fool during Black History Month.
Let's
But
find
now,
some other people acting
now let's
crazy.
talk about the other folks that's acting up during Black History Month. So first, we got to go to Virginia. At this particular school, well, now let me go back a little bit. So I'm, perusing through the articles in the morning, reading my normal articles on CNN, every
Boy said
morning.
perusing. That's a nice
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, I like
appreciate that.
Add
Appreciate that.
add that to the vocabulary.
But anyway, I come across this article with this headline that says that a school in Virginia had kids playing runaway slaves. So
With the little white kids as the
So-
slave masters.
yeah. So look, it's a little elementary school. So I read the article, and at PE of all,
Right.
PE, they thought it was a good idea to play a game called Runaway Slaves.
For Black
And-
History Month.
And for Black History Month. And it was precisely for Black History Month. They had the black kids run around as runaway slaves.
And the white kids tried to catch them.
And the white kids were trying to catch them.
Man. Like
So
when
they probably had one kid. They probably weren't successful. They wasn't catching them. They wasn't catching them. But anyway, they probably had one black girl. It's like, oh, you're going to be Harriet Tubman. You know what I'm saying? And,
Bruh.
Trey, you laughing, bro? I know they said, hey, baby, you're going to be Harriet Tubman, and you're going to lead all the black kids to freedom.
So how did it? I saw the letter that they sent out talking about we did something in poor taste at an exercise.
Well, I
So
saw
wonder
the apology letter.
Did somebody go home and tell a parent
They
about
had
it?
to.
bro.
They had to.
Because when I first read this, when we were in middle school, we had an exercise to where we did the North versus the South in like a little battle reenactment.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we did that, but it was for history class, and it was like a Civil War type
For
thing.
some reason, that don't sit well with me. For some reason,
Right. Well, I thought
it don't.
Why are you reenacting somebody that was basically
They
treason?
were black folks on the South Side.
no, like they gave all the black folks what
To the
They
north?
were the North.
they allowed us to pick, and of course I picked
They
the
are-
North.
Wait, did people pick the South?
One chick 2 years ahead of me picked the South. That was a black chick. But other than that,
They
everybody
gave y'all
else
that-
black.
They
picked
gave
the-
y'all that
picked
so
the
they
North.
couldn't get in trouble, but they just
Well-
did the same thing that they
well-
did to
well-
the kids to y'all.
That sound real.
but
They sound
everybody-
real similar, though.
They did the same
the
thing.
difference is number one, it was for history class, and we had like a little fight with like marshmallows.
But this was for too.
But
Don't
no,
be
this was-
bamboozled by the
this
word
was-
history.
This was PE.
But, bro, it don't really make it no better.
But what I'm saying,
They
I
gave
don't-
y'all marshmallows.
But what I'm saying is, it's a difference if you
What
having
y'all
like
doing
a.
in Donaldsonville? Let's
Hey,
hit
man.
this. Let's hit this.
What I'm it was all it really was we was doing the Civil War in history, right?
See how they
And
teacher
what-
made them feel like they was all right?
And what we did, we had like a little battle between the North and the South.
Now,
and,
let me ask you this: did your school say that it was for states' rights, or was the war for slavery?
no, it was just a civil. It was just a civil war.
So y'all didn't even
enacted.
talk about the reason.
So I mean, obviously we talked about slavery, but
No, but as slavery was did they talk about slavery being the main reason for the war?
yes,
Because
they did talk
sometimes
about that.
people
we did discuss
in the
that.
South they're like, oh well, it was simply for states' rights. And
No.
Other
We
things. They don't wanna-
discussed.
Okay.
We discussed it was about slavery and everything else. We learned about everything that went along with it.
Okay.
But we had like a little Civil War reenactment. So when I
Okay.
read this, I was thinking like maybe this is that type of thing. But then when they said they had the black kids running as runaway slaves, and if it was for something for like PE, I was like, wait a minute, this not even to teach people about the Civil War or anything like that. This is just some random stuff for PE.
So let
So
me.
you would have been okay with it being a Civil War activity.
Well, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, things. There's things in history that you go over. Now, I wouldn't have been okay with the kids being runaway slaves, especially the black kids being runaway slaves.
So if the
But-
white kids
but-
was runaway slaves, to be better.
No, what I'm saying is, if you had like a North versus South thing, kind of like we did, I don't see an issue with that. But
The North
but
didn't
the
even
fact
really-
that you got runaway slaves, to me, that's
The North
Well,
that's ridiculous.
I don't like that because I don't like anybody being a representation of the Confederacy, whether they white or black.
And
I mean, I respect that.
and
but
the North didn't even let blacks fight in the army until the South said blacks can fight for the army. So that's when the North started taking blacks.
But look, let's get back to the school in Virginia. I got a couple questions for y'all. So the first one, I know this is elementary age students, but if you 10 years old, and a teacher said, "Hey GP, run around here like a runaway slave," and little Timmy over here, he gonna run after you and try to catch you.
I would have said no, and then Mona Becknell would have been in school in 20 minutes.
Man, you would have played just like you played that Civil War reenactment.
You crazy as hell. Ain't nobody about to tell me I'm about to be no runaway
Just
slave.
like you did that Civil War reenactment.
Nah, man. You told me I could be on the north. I was good.
You too light.
First of all, I'm not any lighter than either one of y'all. Put some respect on my melanin.
I'm clowning, bro. I'm clowning, man.
just
Slaves,
saying.
Slaves of all shades, all shades of black. So let's put that out there.
But I'm not that light skinned.
What about you, Shag? You were like 9 years old and teacher.
I knew better. I knew better from early. Luckily, we had great. So we learned about Louisiana history early at the schools, but that's not something I wouldn't have been cool with that from jump.
And the thing is, I can honestly see, a school getting away for it for a little bit of time, like when we were growing up, because we didn't have cell phones.
Not in today's climate.
Like, if somebody would have told me that today as a 10, I'm like, let me text my mama what they trying to do right now. My mom would have been at that school and tore it down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tore it down.
Before the
like,
activity was over.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm really kind of like, I guess, baffled. Like, well, I shouldn't be baffled, but I am somewhat baffled. Like,
no,
why do you even think
I know
that
in
it's
our
okay?
group, we sitting up here and we looking at the thing, the racist things that's happening day in and day out. And we like can't believe it because every day somebody sending something new to our reserve man DMs about
Right.
Lord, can you believe this happened?
Right.
But the blackface thing had just happened.
Like Gucci.
Right. And Burberry.
Gucci, and then Gucci did the blackface.
Burberry had the
shoes.
noose.
Then Burberry turned around and put a noose on his clothes, and now we like maybe they doing this for
Oh,
attention.
so let's jump into that. Let's jump into that. I forgot that on the outline.
I know you forgot it. That's why we talking about it now.
And you ain't mentioned it, but good way to bring it in. Good way to bring it in. So with the Gucci one with T.I. was talking about the 3-month boycott.
3 months.
Yeah, he was saying we need to boycott for 3 months. And I was just like, why boycott them for 3 months and not just boycott them, period?
Like I said, I've been boycotting Gucci for 33 years. I ain't never bought that.
Well, would that be a...
Boycott or not your taste.
I'm just saying,
Like you...
I feel you. But it was kind of one of those things to where, why are you giving them a timeline? Like, I feel like if they go show you that they're willing to print this type of stuff, you should just not wear that no more anyway.
Right.
If anything, somebody like T.I., he should take that opportunity to bring a black-owned luxury label to make him some money, if anything.
But that's been proven with black people don't support black-owned luxury labels unless it's a black person working for the white-owned luxury label like Gucci. Cause they got what's your boy that designs for them? Dapper Dan.
Yeah.
Dapper Dan went to defense for them, saying they gave him an opportunity to study high fashion.
But he seemed like the token, though. He seemed like a token.
Probably.
I mean, that's what it really seemed like to me. But, yeah,
I know you're saying that, but GP, black people historically want what other people desire. And since other people don't desire the black fashion at the higher rate, then it's just not going to be supported like people support.
Well, look,
Gucci.
I don't disagree with that. I just feel like people need to wake up. Like, I'm not giving, even if I was wearing Gucci, I wouldn't give them no 3-month ban. I'd be like, man, look, you go put blackface on your clothes. I'm just done with
Prime example, Beyonce don't even wear House of Darion. Women love Beyonce. They don't wear House of Darion.
Well, but even so, like even if you go wear even if you go wear like a white designer, switch to a white designer that's not doing no racist shit. Like wear Polo, wear Black Label, like wear I don't know what else is another one, Fendi or something like that.
Let me tell you how much people don't care. Prime example, Tommy Hilfiger straight up said, "I don't want black people wearing my stuff." Black people still been dying to wear Tommy Hilfiger for all these years.
I felt like we boycotted for a while. I started seeing, in New Orleans, I didn't. After that, I didn't see nobody.
It didn't even take blackface. He straight up saying, "I don't want black people wearing my stuff," and black people still died to put on Tommy Hilfiger.
Well, see, Pimp C said, you know what he said. He was rocking with Polo, so I was cool with Polo. You know what I'm saying? I never wore the Tommy Hilfiger. That was never really my
Yeah, I was always a
my,
polo
my,
guy.
my cup of tea. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's wrong for black people to want to wear, you know, the fashionable things that other people want to wear as well. But at the same time, I feel like these incidents continuously happen. It's not like a one-time thing. It's something that happens year over year where they put out some. It was H&M with the little black boy last year, right? Mm-hmm. Then you got Gucci. Then you had Prada with one. Then you had somebody else with one. So it's like this stuff repeatedly happens. Then I think the Gucci, that thing was on their site for like 6 months prior to anybody even saying anything about it. Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club said she actually saw it and just kind of scrolled past it, didn't really think too much about it. You know what I'm saying? Until other people started pointing it out, saying, "Hey, that's blackface. That's that's racist." So,
But I just don't understand, like, how willing are we to be fashionable to where we accept this type of stuff? But then again, a lot of us get married at plantations and think this shit cool.
hey, that's true. How you feel about that? You the photographer?
I mean, I don't care about that. Like, are we in shackles at these plantations?
We were.
I'm saying today, currently, and sadly, some.
Shag said, "Cut that check.
Look,
Cut that check."
I don't feel a way about. I don't feel a way about plantations now because sadly, in the South, that's some of your best wedding venues and some of
Right.
your nicer venues.
Right.
And y'all, if you do your research, if you're in that getting married stage, listeners, anywhere in the South, that's some of your better venues are, sadly enough, plantations.
Well, I agree that some of the more attractive venues are plantations, and I'm not saying that they aren't, because, you know, growing up along the river, there was a lot of plantations in the area that were beautiful venues. I'm just saying I'd rather get married in the back of a school bus before I get married at a plantation.
You're not
where,
gonna take no wedding pictures on the back of a school.
Yeah.
bus.
Man,
That's one of the most
exaggerating.
important,
You
one of
see
the
what
most
I'm saying?
important days in your life, and you want the backdrop to be right. You can
missing-
talk all that
but
you want right now, but
missing
you want the backdrop to be
You're
right.
missing my
You
point.
exaggerating like Jesse was.
Hey man, I'm speaking truth though. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't get married at no plantation because I'm not gonna celebrate the happiest day of my life at a place where my ancestors was oppressed at some point in time. To me, that's just almost. If I'm gonna do that, I might well wear the blackface stuff at Gucci.
You go to court. We was oppressed at court. You go to restaurants. We couldn't sit down at counters.
Okay.
There's a lot of places that black people couldn't do their thing in society.
There's
Alright.
a difference between black people not being able to do their thing and black people being locked up in the basement.
Okay.
But a lot of these plantations.
Time out. Let's move on. Let's move on to something else. Get the program, keep rolling.
A lot of them weren't even plantations though.
Still have to, Well, anyway, before we move on to the next topic about the congressman with the Confederate book in his office, I want to ask one question, just to get y'all general thoughts on blackface. Is it do you feel like it's truly that big of, like the governor in Virginia? You know, he was wearing blackface in the old yearbook. I was having a debate with somebody, and it came up like, you know, if somebody's dressing up for Halloween, like if a woman's dressing up for Halloween and she wants to be Janet Jackson or Beyonce, and she puts some makeup, not necessarily like shoe polish black, but like brown makeup or whatever on her face, and she's trying to portray, you know, Tina Turner or Beyonce. Is that the same? Like, are all of them the same
I've seen
scenarios?
white women do Beyonce and dress up as black celebrity women without darkening themselves.
But see, okay, and I'm with that, but you know, you have somebody who want to dress up as the Hulk, and they put green makeup or whatever on their bodies. You're not. I mean, of course, the Hulk is not a real person or a real character. There's no real connotations behind it, but you don't think that in some instances that could be innocent, or do you deem it as all like as racist?
I think when you're white, you just can't do nothing to offend black people. Period. And if it take you taking the steps to, to not offend somebody. If you got to do something that,
Well, see, I strongly disagree with that because I feel like, and this could just spin off into a whole different topic.
I'm not saying that it's right, but I'm
No.
saying to protect themselves, their livelihood, period. Because if anybody get offended by anything, people gonna find their job. People gonna track them down on Facebook and say you racist because I feel offended. Even if it's just you darkening your skin for Halloween.
But white folks gonna recover better than black folks. But that comment you made though, I try to be careful with that because I know you're saying that necessarily right, but black folks be thinking they can just say whatever to anybody, and that people should just take it. But you tell them one little thing and they super sensitive about it. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't necessarily right. Like I don't think a white person be doing offensive and racist
I don't think
stuff.
It is, but that was me just simply saying that they have to be more careful than the next person. You can't just in today's climate, you can't just go throw on some black shoe polish and say, yeah, I want to be an 8 for Halloween.
But see, to me that's different than somebody saying, oh, for Halloween I wanted to be Tina Turner and I put on literally brown makeup and not true blackface. Like I'm not gonna look. I may acknowledge that hey, that's not the right thing to do, but I'm not gonna flat out call them a racist either.
I'll say this, man. I went to a white school. I grew up with a lot of white people, and I'll say most white people aren't racist. You know, so me, I like to go based on the intent. You know, like to your specific question.
Right.
The fraternity black
if somebody, yeah, that's a problem. But if somebody's like, hey, I want to be Michael Jordan for Halloween, and they darken their skin and look like Michael Jordan, I might be like, that might not be the best thing to do.
Yeah, ain't
but
the
I'm
best
not.
idea.
But I'm not like automatically you're racist because where do you draw the line? Now, if you're like playing a specific role in like a movie,
all right.
You can't put makeup on and like.
Whoa.
To be Michael Jordan, all you gotta do is throw on some J's. Throw on some basketball shorts, throw on a jersey, and have a bald head.
Might have been a bad example.
You don't have to go dark.
It might have been a bad example. But what I'm saying is,
I think what he's like, I agree. They don't have to go dark, but just if they did,
but you don't have to take it over the top.
I'm not gonna be like you racist.
Yeah. Nah, look, if you went and got the black shoe polish and you put that all over, then I'm be like, yeah.
With the red lip?
Yeah, I don't know. You pretty much racist.
In the senator's case, it was wrong because it was the fraternity thing.
Oh, yeah, no. It's the governor, but he was definitely wrong.
That's the problem. Right.
Yeah, it's clear on that. He was definitely wrong.
And to your point, you know, your governor, if you're in politics and you have a career of being like a public leader, I feel like you have to go more out of your way to make sure the people that you're leading are not offended versus being an individual that go do something.
But he did that in college, but your background is your background when you're in a public position, and it can be attacked at any time. And I don't want somebody who's making fun of my black ass. Leading my black ass.
I agree. I agree with that.
So look, on that note, we're gonna take another break, and then we're gonna hop into the congressman having a racist book in his office. We'll be right back.
You know your credit score bad. I'm not gonna proud you on Starbucks. That's solid quality time. Right. Why is Steve Harvey still writing books? Wait a minute. So if I want you, I ain't saying you Waffle House. That's who I am. Bullshit. Hey, look, I care about you. We going to Waffle House.
All right, y'all, we're back. We're still talking about the other folks that been acting up during Black History Month. So I came across another article, fellas, on CNN.com, and a congressman, he had a racist Confederate book displayed in his office.
Wildin'.
Yeah, definitely wildin'.
He said
and a group saw it by chance because they were waiting on him in the meeting, and then he had the book just open to like the most racist passage in the book. And they saw it, and they definitely weren't happy. But I'm going to read that passage that it was open to. It was from General Robert Edward Lee. The book was called Soldier, Citizen, and Christian Patriot. And it basically represents or presents Confederate ideology. And it says, the blacks are immeasurably better off here than in Africa, morally, socially, and physically. The painful discipline they are undergoing is necessary for their instruction as a race, and I hope will prepare and lead them to better things. So that's what it was open to. So you know the black folks in the room, they wasn't having it. And apparently his excuse was he didn't know.
He didn't know the book was there
Yeah,
and on that page.
Well, he lied.
It was in
he
a
lied.
glass display case.
He lied straight up. Because reading his quote after a while, he said, well, you know, the office was decorated. He didn't decorate it. But then he made a comment where he was
He
saying...
had some clothes on top of it or something.
What really bothered me, he was like, well, just because you read something you don't necessarily agree with, might not. It doesn't mean that there's not a benefit of reading it. Something to that nature. So that let me know that that's your book.
You see how I'm looking at you?
Right.
That's how I've been looking at him. Like, nah.
Like that's clearly your book, cuz. Like, come on, man, stop lying.
They
man.
better than me because all they did was demand an apology.
What you would have demanded?
We would have tore down that office. Like you knew you was meeting with these 3 black people,
you like, let me open
And
it
that's
to
the page.
Let me open it to this page.
and you have them waiting for a considerably long time to where it can be discovered.
Yeah, he did it on purpose, bro. He did that on purpose. Yeah, he wasn't there on time. They just sitting there. Yeah, now that I think about it,
It's in a glass case.
it was a setup, dog.
Yeah.
It was a setup.
It's clearly a setup.
It was a setup. Damn.
He probably wanted them to go off on him.
Nah. And the crazy part about it, he's not gonna face no type of repercussions from this at all. They're gonna probably remove the book for like a month or two. Then it's gonna be back. That's on a different page, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing else about it. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
like,
wonder what interior decorator says, let me find this racist passage in this book and let me just open it up. Because that was his excuse. It was interior decorated.
hey, Trey said probably his wife.
But no, it was a rare book. Robert E. Lee, because everybody don't own that book. But besides that, he's a book collector.
Right.
But he didn't know the book was there.
Right.
Right.
On that page.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro.
That boy's a gentleman and a patriot and a liar.
Man, I'm tired of hearing about the Confederacy, though, man. Did y'all hear the thing about the Ole Miss thing? I know it's not on the outline.
Well, when the black players took a knee before the game.
It's like,
But you
why
know
is the Confederacy always in the news lately?
But they had those on-campus protests.
Yeah.
Some 2 groups from out of town, or they might have been from the town. They came to, advocating for the Confederacy. It just reminded me of 2000. What was that? 2006 or 2007?
When Collins, my brother Collins Phillips, led
Was it
the band
that
that
late?
flag.
Yeah, it was
I
like
thought it was
it was
earlier
late.
than that.
It was
It was like
2006.
04, 05.
Oh,
Nah,
no,
that's
it
when
wasn't that
Tyrus
early.
was-
It was
Tyrus was in.
it was like 2006, 2007. Because I remember the whole deal with the purple and gold Confederate flags.
No, that was 2005
Nah.
because
Nah, bro.
that was after Katrina. The Heat played a game down here in the PMAC because they couldn't play in New Orleans, and Shaq was on campus, and we were like, maybe we should get Shaq to say something about it. And we was like, nah, let's not involve Shaq in that. That was like right after Katrina.
I don't know, dog. I thought that was like 2006. But hey, I could be wrong. But just
it's
going
a
to your
reminder.
point,
Yeah.
it was very similar to that whole situation. But I mean, I'm not surprised, man. We live in the deep south, bro.
Right.
I mean, so
I still don't understand how that the argument of
it's our
it being
heritage.
our heritage. No, it was straight up treason.
Yeah.
It was straight up treason.
Well, the argument they'll make is that it's not the official flag of the Confederacy.
Y'all was playing North and South in school, so you know.
It was
North boy.
the argument. Yeah, that's right. Was fighting for the people, man. But the argument they'll make is that wasn't the official flag of the Confederacy. It was just a quote unquote battle flag. So that's why I think that's why they choose to fly that one.
But when you have racist Nazis and the KKK that use that flag, why would you want to be associated
it's
with it?
clearly racist.
Yeah. So I mean, that just debunks that whole argument or whatnot.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think that's why they all say it's not treasonous, even though it clearly
But y'all
is.
know my whole argument was on this. Like, that's what the NFL and NCAA and all these college teams and teams, period, should be banning. They should be banning flags like that. Because me taking a knee is not against the country. This flag that committed treason and went to war against Old Glory, which is the original flag.
But I think some school campuses are banned. Well, I know LSU. Well,
LSU
hasn't banned it.
They
Well,
banned the sticks in the stadium.
well, the thing
right?
is, I think it's a public university, so you can't ban.
Well,
But they won't allow you to make the purple and gold
right.
Confederate flag.
But they also banned the sticks in the stadium to where you can't have a flag on a stick in the stadium to discourage it.
Right. So they tried to find ways to prevent it and discourage it, but I mean, in this country, I mean, there ain't too much you can, I guess, really do about it. Everybody got their rights, I guess,
But I applaud the players who protested it because I feel like a protest is the perfect way to honor the flag because everything that the flag stands for is freedom of speech. So don't get me wrong, I hate the Confederate flag and I hate everything that it stands for. And if you willing to fly that type of flag, I'm looking at you sideways because obviously you don't like people that look like me.
Right.
Now, with that being said, the freedom of speech, believe it or not, the American flag protects people who want to fly that flag.
Right.
But just like it also protects people who want to protest and make a statement about something against that as well.
Right. Yeah, so we're going to just move on to the last topic of, the other folks who've been wilding out during Black History Month. Got to get to our boy Trump.
Jesus Christ.
Got to get to Trump. So
Why you said, "Ah, boy"?
I'm just being nice.
I know you was.
Yeah.
Barack
but anyway.
Hussein Obama is still my president.
No doubt. So Trump is now throwing up the black power fist amongst black people.
I'm not even mad at him.
I'm mad at the black people that's on the stage with him. That's like, yeah.
He just
No,
doing.
And the lady.
but it was three black people in the picture. They had the black dude who seemed uncomfortable while he was clapping. Then the black woman. Well, I couldn't be that mad at her because he
did get out.
he just released her, got her out of prison. But then they had the little girl who was looking like, nah, this ain't right. This ain't right at all.
I'm talking about all the other black people. How he got that many black people
No,
to stand behind him?
The same reason why.
You'll be surprised.
The same reason why
I mean-
black people still wear Gucci and Burberry.
No, I'm saying where all them black people come from? They pay them?
Hey,
Probably.
could have been. But you'll be surprised because at one point he had a bunch of passes and stuff in there with him one
Probably
time.
had the little Gucci belt on.
So I mean, yeah, nothing. I mean, nothing really surprised me with Trump. I mean, I was surprised to see that, but I can't really say that.
I was surprised at all the black people he got to attend.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was taken aback.
What all these black people y'all talking about? I saw three black people. In the
No,
picture.
if you paying the room,
It was a bunch
it
of
was
black
buku
people.
black people in
Right.
the room. Not just the three people. It was buku black people in the room.
All right, man. What? And in other Trump news,
You forget about Martin Luther King Day too?
nah, I think he did I think he did a tweet or
No,
something.
but didn't
No,
he try to?
he tried to make it a national holiday. He said from this day on. He tried to make it a. And people
I
like,
think it was
"But
something with Trump and Dr.
it's
King."
already a holiday. Trump, he thought he was really making it a holiday.
America is becoming dumber.
That boy thought he was on to something too.
But yeah, in other Trump news, did y'all see that a staffer is accusing him of inappropriately kissing her while he was campaigning to become president?
Nothing's gonna happen.
I didn't see that.
He was. They said she said they went to RV and she was congratulating him. Like she was working as a staffer on his campaign. They were in the RV together. She said that she was bucking him up, getting him ready because he's about to go out and do a speech. And he grabbed her hand and girl, come here. Gave her that kiss. Well, tried
Nothing's
to.
gonna happen.
Oh well, yeah, definitely ain't nothing happening. I mean, as much stuff as he's done, grab him by the and all kind of other stuff, ain't nothing about to happen.
That boy got Olivia Pope on his team.
If they try to investigate, he's just gonna fire the people investigating.
Basically,
You ain't lying.
basically. Yeah, but we'll have a Trump episode.
I just
one
pray that
day.
he don't get reelected.
I
Probably gonna happen.
Yeah, I think he will.
look. I'm not gonna say nothing because I was one of those people that was so confident that there was no way he could win.
I remember that. We was at Chimes and I was like,
I remember
Trump
sitting,
about to win, and you like, no, bro,
and
ain't
I
no
remember-
way.
bruh. Because I remember.
I knew when he.
I was
Hillary
watching
State.
it. I was watching it, and Sydney was like, "Yeah, so I think he about to win." I'm like, "Nah, he ain't about to win. No, f that." she went to sleep like he won. Just give up. So she went to sleep, bro. I stayed up till he won. Then I think I sat up and stayed at the TV for like 2 hours after that.
So
I was like,
in
I was
disbelief.
dumbfounded.
But you know when I knew he was gonna win?
When he won Hillary State.
No, when he said that, grab him in the what you call it statement, and he came out and was like, "Oh, it's just locker room talk," and then people like, "Oh, okay, cool." When that happened, I was excited when he said that, because I was like, "Man, this boy here is done." Like he's absolutely done. And then when everybody was like cool with it, they was cool with his apology, saying it was just locker room talk. I was like, you know what? Trump fixing to be our next president, cuz like ain't nothing we can do about it.
Well, I guess while we talking about presidents and stuff or people running, I'm gonna tell you who need to sit down. Bernie Sanders needs to sit down. That's just my personal opinion. Bernie looks like he about 80 years old, 90 years old.
Yeah, he not making it 4 years.
But the thing is, I think he like the same age as Trump or younger.
What?
Yeah. He just looked that crazy. Like
He lived a hard life, cuz.
you know, from an aesthetic standpoint, just, you know, how people look. I mean, to me, people like to think that, you know, looks don't matter. But, you know, it's a reason why certain presidents look a certain type of way. They
Right.
look presidential. Bernie don't look presidential at all. You know,
He just look like somebody you could just attack or take advantage of.
nah, I ain't gonna say, he just look like, you know, Ben Franklin or somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like if Ben Franklin was
like,
still living.
Like, he supposed to be a scientist or something. He ain't supposed to be. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't supposed to be president. But anyway, I think he messing it up for other potentially good Democratic or independent candidates. And I think he's doing a disservice. We need Joe Biden to step in. I need Uncle Joe. I need you to announce. I think Uncle Joe will have a chance against Trump.
He'd have the best chance from what I see so far.
Yeah.
Well, Bernie only 5 years older than Trump.
But we'll see. Huh?
Bernie only 5 years older than Trump. Trump is 72. Bernie 77.
Ah, gotcha.
Man, give Barack 4 more years, man. Let him clean up this mess.
All right, fellas. So, gonna wrap it up with a couple more topics, and you know, I'll just jump right into them. So, some random topics that I saw on Instagram that I figured we can talk about before we close out the episode. So, I came across something, and we actually did a poll on it. G.
Yeah.
Is the family you marry into just as important as the person you marry? You know, I know I'm the married person on the podcast, but I want to get y'all's opinions, and I'll give my opinions.
All right. Well,
'Cause I know you had a strong opinion on this.
I do have a strong opinion. Look, and I'm all about family. I think y'all agree that I'm.
Yeah, because Family Matters is your favorite show over
No,
Martin.
it's not my favorite show. It's better than Martin, but Fresh Prince is my favorite show. But family is very, very important to me. Like, I love my family. I would want to have a relationship with whoever I marry's family, and where we can all be one big happy family and all that good stuff, right? That's important, and I'm not saying it's not. But to say that that's just as important as the person you marry, to me, that's a little much. You know, the person you marry is gonna be the person that you build your life with. That's the person you gonna make your own family with. That's who you gonna be tied to for the rest of your life. That person is more important than anybody else. So while her family would be very important to me, I can't put her family on the same level as her. I just don't understand how people do that. Mm-hmm. But I do understand somebody saying that is important, because it is.
Gotcha. What about you, Shags? I saw how you voted. I saw your vote on the poll.
I
What
think
was
me
it?
and you were the only person that said no. We were the only 2 people that said no.
Yeah, you said yeah. You said it.
Oh,
it's
no, me
just
and you
as
were the only 2 people that said
yeah,
no.
but you said it's just as important.
Did I?
You
Yeah,
did.
you did.
But
Is that
honestly,
one of them days that I accidentally voted?
well, I don't know.
I think it is.
but what I will say, because the people said that it was 90% of people said it was just as important, but I think people misread it, because to me, I don't see how the person that you marry can be just as, or your family is just as important as the person you marry, or their family is just as important as the person.
It's important to see family values, but I'm not going to say it's just as important. They're not about to be the one I spend my life with.
Right. They just gonna be at the cookhouse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I don't know, man. I just don't think that it's as important. I think it is important, or I think it's something that you strive to, have a good relationship with the family.
Yeah, you want to have a good family dynamic. Is it necessary? You can't choose your family, man.
Now let me ask you this. I know this is not on the outline, but I got a question. If she got a crazy family, is that enough to disqualify her?
Define crazy. Everybody family crazy.
No,
in their own way.
I mean like
Like a dysfunctional family
like
or something.
dysfunctional.
But that doesn't mean that
family could get you in trouble.
But that doesn't mean that she's that way.
Everybody got family that can get you in trouble.
All right. So
Yeah, I mean, like personally, I wouldn't judge somebody based on their family. I mean, I know people who aren't anything like a lot of their family members.
agree.
So
Some people's bad family make them a great person because they ain't want to turn out like
Right.
that. Some
You know what I'm
people's
saying?
great family make them a bad person because they had everything.
nah, to me, what I would pay attention to, I would pay attention to how they associate with their family. If their family truly is like that, if that family is the type of family that's gonna get you in trouble or get you caught up in stuff, or assisting throwing away your career, and you still choose to associate with them heavily,
That is a red flag.
then yeah, I might look at that as a red flag. But if you just happen to have some, questionable family members, I'm not gonna hold that against you. If you don't act that, you in particular don't act that way.
I agree with that. I feel like I'd be a little bit more cautious if that person was an enabler to her family and allowed her family to drag her down with them.
Well,
That would be something that would make me hesitate.
Well-
but just somebody having interest in family members don't.
Well, I think it would, make me hesitate as well. But what I will say to that is I think that you have to look at it from two different ways. I mean, yeah, sometimes people, when you come from a bad situation and you're the first person that actually, gets success, your family depends on you a lot to help lift them up. So you almost are responsible for lifting up almost your entire family. And while that may be wrong and an unfair burden, some people feel it's their responsibility to take that on. So, I couldn't necessarily always, I would try to, I don't know if I can just dismiss somebody based on that.
But, and I get that. But if it's to the point where it's kind of holding them back a little bit, and it's the person you're looking to build with, that's going to essentially fall back on you too. If this is the person that you choose to join with.
Well, you gotta see if their mindset will change a little bit when it comes down to being with you or potentially marrying you. Their mindset might change. They might realize like, hey, I can't continue to do this. It's time for me to have my own family. It's time for me to have my own kids. I can't continue to do this because I can't support my family and my new family and everybody else in my family.
I agree with that, and I don't think it's an automatic dismisser, but I do think that there's something worth consideration.
Gotcha.
You think it's worth consideration because she got to be cool with you going home every weekend.
Well, not even that, man.
She gonna be right there with them.
And she could be getting these plates. We ain't got to cook till Wednesday.
So let me ask you this. Because it seems like you're talking more so from your family's perspective, but how important do you think it is to stay on good terms with her family?
I think that's important, because I feel like anybody that's important to you should be important to me, and anybody, I want everybody to get along. Like if I'm blessed enough to take a wife and have some kids, I want my kids to have a good relationship with their cousins on both sides of the family, their aunts and uncles, their grandparents. I just want everybody to be cool with each other, to be able to interact and just be able to have a good time and enjoy each other.
All right,
so as much as possible, I understand that might not be realistic all the time, but as much as I can, because there will be some issues every now and again.
You're a nice guy and all that. Just say for some fair reason, they didn't like you for some reason.
I was about to say that's what I was about to bring
They
it up.
didn't like you for some reason that you could not even fathom. You gonna stop dating them?
Nah, but I'm not going to be present at family functions as much.
But you said it's important for them to like you and want to get along.
I mean,
so like,
that would be ideal for me.
But so I just want to confirm, you wouldn't cut the person off. Just
No,
'cause their
I
family
wouldn't
didn't
cut.
like
I
you.
wouldn't cut the person off just because their family didn't like me. That might bother me a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily like that, because I want to get along with them. But
So what if the hate was so deep that like her mama was like, I will not come to y'all's wedding?
then that would be
We just ran into that with the photo booth.
that would be more of a decision. That'd be more of a decision for her. You know, like I would still want to marry her if that was the person I was gonna marry. I would even try to reach out to her mom and try to fix the situation.
Right.
Because I wouldn't want her to make that choice.
Gotcha.
But that would technically be her choice, and I wouldn't understand if she decided that she couldn't see me anymore because her mom didn't mess with me like that.
Gotcha. We're gonna take a quick break right quick, and then GP's gonna come back with our Black History figure, and we got a special announcement for y'all, so y'all stay tuned.
You know your credit score bad. I'm not proud of you on the job, but that's solid quality time. Right. Why is Steve Harvey still writing books for the divorce? Wait a minute. So if I want you, I ain't saying you to Waffle House at 2 a.m. Cause you bullshit. Hey, look, I care about you. We going to Waffle House. I love my
All right, y'all, we're back, and GP is about to give us our Black History figure. Who you got for us, brother?
I got one Leonard Julian Sr., and the reason why we're doing Leonard Julian Sr. today is because his grandson, Jarrell, is a great friend to us at the Reserve.
What up, Jarrell?
J-Rock. But Mr. Julian was born in 1910, and he was a sugarcane farmer. And what he did was he created a machine, a sugarcane planting machine out of steel, and it was the first mechanical sugarcane planting machine that's still used to this day. And he accomplished this in 1964. So if you put sugar in your coffee, put sugar on your cornflakes, you owe Mr. Julian a little bit of gratitude.
Shout out to the Julians. All right. Appreciate that Black History figure. We got one more thing for y'all. Shag, what you got for me, that special announcement?
Man, Sunday, May 19th, we are bringing back Biscuits and Bourbon. You know how it went down if you
Part
attended
two.
the first. Our first Biscuits and Bourbon was very, very good. It had a good turnout. It was lovely. It was sexy. All y'all showed up. Y'all showed out in y'all's nice outfits. Y'all were dressed to a T. We're going to step it up a little more this time. We're going to bring it downtown. We're going to be right there at the trademark. And we're going to keep it even more sexy this time. So Biscuits and Bourbon, the tickets will go on sale this Friday. This Friday, look for those tickets. You might want to make sure you reserve access for all the lovely food and liquor benefits. But
No doubt, no doubt.
if you get general admission, you still going to have a nice time. So make sure you check us out, Biscuits and Bourbon. Check us out on our Instagram to get the ticket launch link.
And get your early bird access right now.
So we're going to have music surprises, giveaways, photo booths. Gonna have everything in there, man. So y'all definitely get that ticket.
Yeah.
And with that, we're out.
Peace.
You know your credit score bad. I'm not proud of you on the job, but that's solid quality time. Right. Why is Steve Harvey still writing